Josh, and I'm live on what I think is Ocean Parkway. Ooh, big crash here. It's like a car crash. The curb. Who knows? Anyway, I'm going for my walk today. Last 2 days I've done 20,000. So I have a feeling that it will burn the fat off faster if I do 20. So it's more time, but I can meditate and reflect on my pathetic existence. So hope you're having a good day. I need to hold something in my hand. This rock will do. There's no creepy crawlies on it. It's raining, but found that it's helping my hand heal if I pump a rock or a small twig or branch. If I hold it like a small 1 pound weight, it's good for the walk. Doctors say as you get older, one of the tests they do in your checkup is your grip strength. Because of juggling, never thought about it. Juggling, one of the side benefits is after millions of low impact catches, your hands you're like working man's hands. And but the flow seems to be good, and the neural nets seem to heal from juggling some way. For example, if you're a construction worker or welder or lift heavy things, juggling might be a good CrossFit for you, as well as getting a manicure. But that seems to be common sense. Hi, how's it going? So the plan is to figure out this route. I walked over to Ocean Parkway, and I'm gonna walk down to the boardwalk. I did this run when I did the Brooklyn Half Marathon. I think I mentioned many times the marching on the boardwalk with all the runners, 50,000 strong. It really wrecks the boardwalk screws and plates. There are several sections now since the last one. So we'll check that out too when we're there, like by the aquarium. So I'll make a left so we go to the Brighton Beach area, I guess. And then, hi, how's it going? David Gabriel. I'm on Ocean Parkway in Brooklyn, walking to the beach for my 20,000 steps today. So hope you're having a good day. This is an unedited live stream. Right now I'm looking for a fallen branch that's thick enough and clean enough for me to pick up to hold like a 1 pound dumbbell. Can't find one. It'd be good if I had a little Boy Scout knife that could cut wood. It's very humid, but the rain stopped. And maybe this piece is good. Someone was using it for something. Nah, it's hollow. It's probably got ants or bugs in it or something. Termites. Trees. Yeah. So, anyway, this rock is good. It's not that slimy. So by holding a rock while you walk, like a, what are they called? Fidget toy? by holding a fidget toy while you walk, you're improving your circulation to your extremities. And if you have a hand injury or your hands are sore from typing or using a mouse all day, you're starting to get carpal tunnel, I highly recommend that. Either a fidget spinner type toy or just a rock, pet rock, or a piece of wood, or a tennis ball. Some people hold tennis balls or handballs. Just as you walk, just gently squeezing your hand in different orientations. Just a claw, just holding it like a baseball. Also, a baseball or tennis ball. I had a tennis ball. I should have brought it. I think I'd prefer the tennis ball right now. You can press your thumb, each finger individually. Check your pronation, your supination. Check when you turn your wrist. Check each direction you turn your wrist and your radius and your ulna. Is this exciting enough for you? Some birds. Yesterday I was riding my e-bike home from Prospect Park after doing the loop, and a rare sight, 2 green parrots started chirping behind me, maybe a block behind me, but I heard that they were flying. It's very rare to see 2 green parrots. And they flew right over my bike and straight ahead, and then they were barrel turn tumbling around in the air. A few blocks ahead they landed, but it's kind of rare to see green parrots on the street. Either they are from someone's balcony or terrace and they let them go free during the day. They know how to come home. I have not seen wild green parrots in Brooklyn, I think, ever. I see them once in a blue moon in Central Park, but those bright green, like shopkeeper parrots, just flying down the street. We're on 11th and Avenue P. That was amazing. Very rare.
Ya está afuera desde qué tiempo.
So I'm heading down to the beach, as I said. There's a police officer. I was hydroplaning for a second. But I'm gonna keep going. Yeah. So we're on Avenue whatever, some beer cans. Avenue U. And gonna head, keep going straight, you know. I forget that having a Jewish studies degree, that most people, it's not that they hate another race or religion or color so much as ignorance, you know, that kind of belief. If you don't believe in the racial dissemination. But certain races are for certain occupations or whatever, gender. That's what makes America America. It gets complicated, but that's the whole point of the ideal, is that you enter this world, you can be any profession that you like, right? And I think of the 504 kids and the parents who are struggling with that. Like my son or daughter has a disability, can't be a doctor or a lawyer or even a soldier because they can't pass the mental fitness or medical fitness. And my point is, I'm going to go to wood because the feel of wood is nicer. Someone whittled this stick a little bit. It's not as thick as I'd like, but it's got a it's a good alternative. They used it as a walking stick, it looked like, because they had some type of knife, so they started to strip the bark. And then they didn't like the knot, or maybe it was too short, so they gave up. But this is what I mean, just holding it like a mini baseball bat. And it's good. So I'm gonna break this one between the slats. I think I can do it. I can break at the knot, I think. All right, that'll do. So I'll just hold it. Ugh. Fortunately, I used to teach at Washington Irving, and kids were new immigrants. They were gang risk kids, but they didn't do jack shit in math class, about half the class. So I tried to give them extra quizzes and opportunities to stay in school. And then with language difficulties, even Spanish resources, I think one class only 70% passed. Well, it seems like it was even worse in other classes because like other teachers, like it seemed like it was more than 30% fail, because there was a riot at Washington Irving, and when the kids got their report cards and they were going to get possibly corporal punishment from their parents, or they were afraid that they were going to be expelled and on the street, or INS would take them to, they'd be deported, a lot of Spanish families. Just that fear was so great that like they went to the near garbage dumps, like near Union Square Park. These branches are infected with something. They're not. There's an old tree. But I'm not done with my story. They rioted. They were making weapons out of anything in the garbage, or were fighting each other like a video game. Several of my students got injured, apparently. Was transferred out of the school. There's a new teacher. Was trying to do it right. And if you pass everybody and say, it's better to give them a 65, 5 times 13, they're safe from the dangers of the street. They'll start to trust the system, start to trust the process, because they know like 500 words of English, But they transfer me, they put me in a rubber room, which means the teacher goes to the library, a room in the library. And then they had all these kids who failed their math and social studies and ELA. I was just the math teacher. Come in and finish their projects while I sat and read the newspaper for 2 weeks, while they put a new teacher in the classroom, a sub-in for 2 weeks. They made their final decision. They said, "I'm sorry, Mr. Weiner, you're being terminated." And I went to the Bronx. So I was a save teacher for a couple of years and worked for tutoring houses. And there's some violence up there that was drug related and gang related and turf related. But when it's violence because, like the principal, who was Mr. Acosta, need to prepare the children for that it's okay if you fail for the first marking period. The kids totally panicked. They're totally afraid of INS. Totally terrified of just trusting the system. So it keeps them as this underclass, keeps the math scores and the ELA scores low. Math and ELA are the two biggest ones. So I thought 70% isn't that bad for the one class that wasn't doing shit, that had some quizzes and makeup work. The other classes were like 90%, pass. Because they just tried the paperwork. It doesn't matter if your scores are lower or grade level or two below. As you learn word powers, you learn English. So anyway, pray for peace. Oh, I think we're going to pass a high school. I used to sub at down here. I think Lincoln or Truman or something is down here on Ocean Park. I forgot. So we'll be approaching a high school soon that I subbed in. It's kind of a cool high school because you'd go in the front desk, you'd have to wait at the auditorium, and then you'd go to make a wait. It's a very large school, very wide hallways, and then sit down in a nice teacher area, and they also had a nice teacher lounge. Look, a bobblehead Trump. He doesn't have feet. I guess he was on a stand. Sunflower seeds, looks like. But the bobblehead Trump has been defooted instead of defeated. It's been defooted. Our president is out of the country. Down here, there's a lot of, it's not admiration, it's loyalty and respect for our president. Seeing the flags flying. I don't hear stupid comments and stupid nonsense and double talk about race, and I don't hear it down here. They say that a lot of these families go back to 1700s that live down here. And then the Jewish families go back to the 1800s or before as well. But this is old New York. A lot of Russians down here. Right, Avenue W. So I think it's about another half mile to the beach. Anyway, I'm going to sign off at about 20 minutes here. Just wanted to show you, and I'll sign back on again when I get to the boardwalk and refresh myself. I'm not going to run it. Chicken bone. I just realized sometimes you see the news and they say man shot in Times Square. He was holding something in his hand. Sometimes it's a toy gun or a toy knife or a toy something. Is they're wild and homeless. I don't have any bags or anything. I guess some of the can guys, they use these wooden sticks to balance the can. See, I would, if I had a carving knife, all this green nasty stuff, the tree is infected with something, I want to get that shit off. I don't want it to go into my skin. So I'm not picking up those sticks unless I can whittle it with like a camping knife. But I prefer the feel of wood to this rock, this pet rock that I have now. There goes the pet rock. Anyway, I'm gonna keep going here. Yeah, that's a good stick. I'm gonna sit down on the boardwalk and whittle this for a while to a handle size version. And the other thing is, with a little bit of string and a groove, I could put light weights on it, or carry a soda bottle or something. Or what are they called? A water bottle. With some string and a water bottle. Add a pound to it, or a 32-ounce soda. 7-Eleven. All right, we're at 21 minutes. So, thanks for watching. I'm going to keep walking down until I reach the ocean. Then I'm going to walk around the boardwalk a little bit, see what's going on with Luna Park or whatever. I only have about $10 with me, give or take a few. So I am going to sign off here at Avenue X on July 9th. It's my dad's yard site, so a little candle for him. Rest in peace, Dad. You're good dad. Claude King, thank you. Rest in peace, Dad, U.S. Navy, retired lawyer. One of the good guys. Love you, Dad. Bye.